Greetings. I normally don't make personal videos, but I'm going to go ahead and make one because I'm going to tell you a little bit of a crazy story, something that happened to me over the weekend. I left my TV on. That is House. That would be season 5, disc 5. I've been getting it from Netflix. Pretty cool show. I think it's respectful towards religion, even though House isn't. But that's okay because House isn't respectful towards anything, so it's all good. One of the things I want to point out is that Mike Licona's new book is out, so it's very thick. I didn't expect it to be that thick. I'm not very far into it. As you can see, it's only like 40 pages, I think it is. Yeah, 40 pages into it, which as let me show you this. Part of the reason why it's so big, though, is because of the footnotes. That right there is footnotes. That right there is the book. So, and I flipped through it real quick. There's some like footnotes that like cover like almost the whole page. So yeah. But it's pretty interesting so far. The first chapter or two or whatever, like the first 100 pages or so, is about history itself. Can we know anything from historical texts? What does a historian do, and that kind of thing. So it goes into that, and then I think the chapter after that is like maybe another 100 pages or so that has to do with historians and their view on miracles and that stuff. And then it finally gets into the actual evidence and stuff for the resurrection. So yeah, was looking forward to this for, I think it's been almost a year now. So very happy that I finally have that. And if you're new to my channel, yes, those are Christmas lights. I put them up last year, and my godson liked them a lot. He's now 4, and so I kept them up. So whenever he's over here, he actually likes me to turn them on, especially at night and stuff. So like we'll watch movies with the Christmas lights on. So and I actually have a second reason for keeping them up. I hang my laundry there. So yeah, it's kind of pathetic, but hey, I don't have a dryer. Okay, so my story, yeah, it involves me and a potato. A little piece of tiny little potato that was lodged in my esophagus. So I made tomato soup with some meat, and there's some grounded meat, cooked, of course, obviously, and some vegetables and little pieces of potatoes. And I was having a conversation with my roommate while I'm eating, and I guess some wires got crossed, and I swallowed a whole piece of potato, and it didn't go all the way down. After about an hour of me trying to get it to go down, trying to swallow water and stuff, which nothing would go down. I mean, nothing would pass. So as soon as I swallowed water, the water would start squirting out of my mouth, and I'd start choking, and it was actually it made me really nervous. So after about an hour of that, I got uncomfortable, so I just went to the ER. And so what happened there is they gave me this drug that is supposed to loosen. It's actually not for your throat, but its side effect is loosening your throat. And so they were hoping that it would drop. With that, it didn't work. So they gave me a second drug to do the same thing. This drug, it sounds like Ritalin, but it's not. It's Rigetyn or something like that. I think it's R-I-G-T-Y-N or something. And this drug not only didn't make it drop, but I had an allergic reaction to it. And what that did is I had the weirdest feeling in my spinal cord, and my whole nervous system was acting up, where my arms were shaking, my whole body, everything was shaking, my legs were shaking. But it was really weird because it was like my legs and my arms were shaking independently of each other. I don't know how to explain that, but like, I mean, obviously they're independent appendages, but it was just weird. I mean, like they had their own things going on, and I had no control, and it was actually pretty frightening, actually. And so they gave me Benadryl to counter that, and all this because of a potato. Okay, so they gave me Benadryl to counter that, and that almost put me to sleep, which then started upsetting me because I thought, you know, if I go to sleep, what if I start choking? I can't communicate. So yeah, the whole thing was nerve-wracking, and I was extremely uncomfortable. A lot of praying going on, and I didn't fall asleep though. Actually, apparently, as I'm told, you have two air, passages here. One's for air and one's not. And if you have a piece of food lodged in your esophagus, and obviously I don't know if the air passage goes there or not. So it's obvious I have lack of knowledge here. But anyway, supposedly you can't actually choke to death that way. You can, however, build up enough pressure to where your esophagus will burst, and that's a whole other set of problems. But apparently you can't choke to death. However, I felt that I could, because when I swallow water, that's what it was like. I was choking, and I had to like keep spitting the water out. In fact, I kept building up spit and phlegm and stuff, and I had to keep spitting it out into this container that they gave me. But so it was basically okay. Anyway, so that ER, after about 4 hours, decided that there's nothing that they could do at that point. Their surgeon person was on vacation, so there was nothing that they can do. So they decided that they're going to send me by ambulance to another ER, and that ER is about 30 minutes away from there. So at this point, I've got an ER bill. I've got now an ambulance bill coming, and I'm going to another ER, so I have 2 ER bills and an ambulance to go see a surgeon person, which means a surgery bill. So I'm not too happy. All of this over, again, a small piece of potato. And so I get to that ER, and the surgeon won't come out unless I try swallowing water one more time. I have to prove to him that it's not going to go down. So, okay, so I swallow water, and again, can't breathe. I start freaking out. I mean, I'm kind of a sensitive guy anyway, but yeah, and the doctor there, he says that he's never had it happen to him, but he's seen it happen to people, and he knows how uncomfortable it is and stuff, or he can see how it is, but yeah, so they make me do that again, and so after that whole ordeal, the surgeon finally comes out, and they put a camera down my throat, and apparently a breathing tube also down the other passage. So a machine's breathing for me, but I'm told this is common. But so it's okay. I don't know how that makes it okay, but okay. And so and in fact, it only took like 26 minutes to complete the whole thing. They did a biopsy on my throat, and they suspect I have what they call, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, Eosiniphilic Esphogitus. So what that is basically your allergies, some sort of an allergy thing where you get heartburn, which I do get heartburn all the time, and you have constrictions in your throat. I'll smell that here. You get constriction in your throat, and that of course causes choking, which for years now I've had choking problems and heartburn, so apparently I might actually have this thing. But they did a biopsy. They were supposed to call me Monday. They didn't. So today is my last day of waiting. I'm going to call them tomorrow and see what's going on. What I want to have done, and they mentioned it, was put another thing down my throat, and it's a balloon that they blow up, and then they pull it out, and it stretches out your throat, so it opens it up more. And I have a very dry throat right now, by the way, because of everything. But and drinking water doesn't help that much. So, but I can drink water now. But yeah, so I'm on a soft foods diet right now. I think it's been a couple days now, so I think I can eat a little bit more. So I ate some noodles today, and which is still soft, but yeah. But I was on a liquid diet for a couple days. So that's my story. So all of that over a little piece of potato. So again, that's one ER bill, an ambulance bill, a second ER bill, and a minor surgery, I guess is what they're calling it, bill, which I'm thinking the surgery bill is going to be the most expensive one, because I have like copays for the ER, which is $100 each, which in my opinion sucks. It should be like $50 to $75, but yeah, it's $100 each. My old insurance was $75, I think, for an ER. But anyway, that's $200 right there, and then the ambulance itself is, I think, $100 as the copay on my insurance, which, you know, I could have no insurance, in which case both ERs would have been like $1,000, the ambulance $1,000, surgery $5,000 or something, I don't know. But so hopefully, I'm hoping it's not too much, but that's at least $300 plus because of a small little piece of potato. But hopefully, I mean, you know, I could have choked to death, I guess, from this esophagitis thing, if this is what I have. So I guess it worked out better than how it could have. So I'm trying to be positive here. So and if they figure it out and we solve it, then hey, I can eat large pieces of food now. So I drink a lot when I eat. I eat a little bit, drink, eat a little bit, drink, eat a little bit, drink, and I actually fill maybe that's why I'm skinny, because I fill up with liquid instead of food.